2026. For a long time, this was just a date on a distant timeline. But as we step into this year, we aren't just looking at minor updates to our smartphones. We are witnessing a total, fundamental shift in how we eat, how we socialize, and even how we define human creativity. From the first private citizens living in orbit to a global food reboot that's sparking a legislative civil war, 2026 is the year the future finally stopped being next and started being now. Today, we're breaking down the 5 most disruptive shifts happening right now in 2026. Some of these will save the planet. Others might leave us more isolated than ever before. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about what's on your plate, or rather, what the government says can't be on your plate. We've officially entered the food reboot era. With global supply chains under pressure, 2026 has seen a massive push towards sustainable nutrition. We're talking precision fermentation and high-end plant proteins becoming the norm. But there's a massive roadblock: protectionism. Following the lead of Florida and Alabama, we're seeing at least one more major U.S. state, rumored to be in the cattle-heavy Midwest, officially ban the sale of lab-grown meat. These lawmakers aren't just protecting the environment, they're protecting a way of life. It raises a massive question. Should the government have the right to ban a sustainable protein source to protect traditional farming? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you team lab-grown or team traditional? While we argue about what to eat, the planet is literally simmering. 2026 is officially on track to be the 4th consecutive year of record-breaking global heat. Data shows we're hovering between 1.34 and 1.58 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Why does that matter? Because the Paris Agreement set a do-not-cross line at 1.5 degrees. We aren't just knocking on the door of that limit anymore. We're basically standing in the foyer. This isn't just about hotter summers. It's changing global insurance markets, migration patterns, and urban design. In 2026, air conditioning isn't a luxury. It's become a survival utility. This next shift is perhaps the most Black Mirror prediction on our list. Sociologists are calling it the hot, high, and lonely era. Thanks to the total mainstreaming of GLP-1 weight loss drugs, a larger percentage of the population is achieving their ideal physique. At the same time, the legalization of marijuana has reached a tipping point globally. The result? A massive decline in alcohol consumption and group dining. People aren't going out to bars to get tipsy together as much as they used to. Instead, they're staying home, staying attractive, and getting high alone. We're seeing a crisis of social isolation disguised as a health revolution. We look better than ever, but we've never been more disconnected. But it's not all doom and gloom on the ground. If you look up this May, you might see the beginning of a new era for humanity.
The first private citizens are moving into orbit this May. Startup Vast is targeting May 2026 for the launch of Haven 1, the world's first commercial space station. With the ISS retiring in 2030, the private sector is officially taking over low Earth orbit. This isn't just for research. It's the beginning of a multi-billion-dollar orbital economy. Would you live in space for a month?
Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Billboard Hot 100 just felt a tectonic shift.
The number one song on Billboard right now wasn't written by a human. 2026 is the year AI finally conquered the music industry. Following early 2025 trends, a primarily AI-generated track has officially reached number one on the Hot 100. It's tuned to hit every dopamine receptor in your brain, making it literally the perfect pop song. The question is, does it still have a soul? Can you tell the difference between human and AI music?
Speaking of AI, the honeymoon phase is officially over. In 2025, everyone was obsessed with building the models. But in 2026, we've hit the inference crisis. Companies are realizing that running these AI models 24/7 is eye-wateringly expensive and energy-intensive. The infrastructure simply can't keep up with the monthly power bills. We're seeing a massive reckoning where businesses have to decide, is this AI actually making us money, or is it just burning a hole through our server racks? If you've enjoyed this deep dive into 2026, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We track these shifts every week to keep you ahead of the curve. "2026 is a year of contradictions. We're reaching for the stars with Haven 1 while struggling to keep the lights on for our AI. We're more physically fit than ever, yet more socially isolated. The question isn't whether the world is changing, it's whether we're ready to change with it." Which of these shifts surprised you the most?